Imagine exclusive access to one of the most successful entrepreneurs of all time. What if I told you that the lessons I learned from Grant Cardone didn't just change my business, they changed the way I approach life, success, and growth? In today's video, I'm sharing the 5 game-changing lessons I gained from investing in Grant Cardone $100,000 and how these lessons can help you level up and crush your goals. In this video, I'm going to share with you the 5 most powerful lessons I learned from Grant Cardone after paying $100,000 for private mentorship and how they can drastically impact your business, career, and mindset. So if you're ready to take your life to the next level, stay tuned. Need motivation? If you make it to the end of this video, write #HustleNation in the comments and you might get featured in some of our future videos. Also, there's a link in the description to join our Hustle Nation community where we share what's working today in the internet, and we also share weekly prizes to people who take action like you. Lesson number 1, you have to invest in yourself. You are your best asset. The first lesson is all about investing in yourself. Grant always told me the best investment you can make is in yourself. Before I made that $100K payment, I was hesitant, wondering if the ROI would be worth it. But let me tell you, it was. Grant emphasizes that without a solid foundation in self-development, no amount of money can buy true success. When you invest in your knowledge, your skills, and your mindset, you're setting yourself up for unlimited returns. Go and invest in yourself today.
You guys that are just getting started, you're not going to start right here. You're going to start down there, okay? Probably in another city, another town. I grew up in Lake Charles, Louisiana, no money, raised by a single mother. I was in debt at 25 years old. The first thing that I had to do in my life was not learn a new skill. The first thing I had to do to get my life moving in the right direction was self-development. It is vital, it was vital for me that I improved myself and I could start depending upon me. I had to show up every day with some rituals, some disciplines, and start getting myself to trust me. Not trust others, but trust myself to do the right thing every day. One of the things that I started doing was beating the sun up every morning. I'm gonna beat that sun up every morning so that I have the discipline and the control over my life. So I knew, hey, before that thing pops, I'm gonna pop. I'm gonna get out of bed, depend on myself, get up at the same time every day. And for me, that time, regardless of where I was beat that sun up. No matter where I am, I'm gonna beat that thing up. So it gives me a sense of control over my own life. Second thing, I had to start cleaning up my life and my friends and my environment. When I was younger, between 15 and 25, I was doing crazy stuff in my life. Wasting my weekends. I have the saying, weekends are for the weak. I was drinking, fooling around with a bunch of bad things, bad people, making poor choices. At 25 years old, I cleaned it all up. Quit going to those places, quit using those things, quit hanging out with people that did not have ethics and discipline in their life, that weren't committed to the same things that I was. I wanted to build something in my life. I wanted to become someone. And to do that, to become someone in the eyes of the world, the first thing I had to do was become someone I could depend on. So put some things together, 3 or 4 things you can do every day to start the day, kickstart your day, get going in your day to give you a sense of respect for yourself, accomplishment for yourself. Look, just beating that sun up every morning gives me the sense of accomplishment, that I did what I said I was gonna do, that I woke up when I said I would wake up, and I start building respect for myself, start believing in myself so that I can go out into the world and maybe today when I go into this meeting that I'm dressed for, maybe they'll believe in me as much as I believe in me, and that'll show up in a contract, a deal, maybe even some money.
Lesson number 2, there are no shortcuts to success. You must be willing to do the work. The second lesson is that success doesn't come overnight. There are no shortcuts. If you want to get ahead, you have to be willing to put in the work. Grant talks about this a lot. He says, success is a daily effort. During our sessions, it became clear there is no magic formula. The people who win in life are the ones who show up every single day do the work, and refuse to quit. It's like taking a shower. You have to take a shower every single day to stay clean. It's the same with success.
I know you guys all want to have fun. When you're young, you want to have fun. But the truth is, the fun doesn't come until later. And if I knew today what I knew, or if I knew then what I know today, man, I would be so much further ahead financially. I'd be further ahead with my network of people, and I would be further ahead with the amount of fun I had. If I would have literally not sold out to that immediate, moment of fun, which, by the way, you can't have fun because you don't have any money. I mean, let's keep it real. If you can't have real fun unless you have enough money that you don't have to worry the next day about the dumb stuff that you did the night or the weekend before. And so I'm not telling people not to have fun and go out and party, but you're not ready, right? You don't have the right people with you. You don't have the right women with you. You don't have the right guys with you. You don't have the right equipment. You don't have the right resources to actually even have a party. So my message to all young Americans is, dude, wait for the party and until you have the right resources to do a real party.
10x your goals. Aim higher than you think is possible. Lesson number 3 is 10x your goals. Grant is famous for his 10x rule. And it's not just about thinking bigger. It's about taking massive action. He challenged me to think about my goals and then multiply them by 10. When I did that video that I showed you with Grant, I was making $5 million a year. He said, go for 50 million. 5 is nothing. Why? Because most people set goals that are way too small. When you set larger than life goals, you're more likely to achieve extraordinary results. It pushes you beyond your comfort zone and forces you to level up.
Money is useless until it is used. $1 billion or 1 billion friends. Which would you take? You don't need money, dude. You need people. People have the next money you want. We're told this as little kids. Don't show off. If you get too big, you're going to get attacked. Nobody's telling us, get so big that no attack can bother you. You should put money in the marketing. You should promote yourself, not put money in where you and the kids live. A house does not make you money. Promote, promote, promote. If I die today, Elena and the kids will not have to worry about money. 2008, all I had to worry about was money. I had a $60 million lawsuit hit me. I felt like a traitor, like a loser. My life was unmanageable, but I wasn't powerless. I'm a spiritual being having a human experience. I know there's something I get to come back to. You can't kill me. I'm immortal.
For you, it's all what gives you your strength and impact and motivation.
It's my spiritual development first is more important than the money, the marriage, or the kids.
But you couldn't build this empire without Elena.
Without a doubt. People need anchors. Look at me now. I've always wanted to help people. I've always wanted people to help me. I want to create heaven on earth. We're all on one planet. We're all one face.
Also, to make sure that you're taking action, I have created a free community where you can be with like-minded people who will be sharing all the latest strategies that what's working in the internet right now. Can't wait to see you in the community. I want to hold you accountable so you can be successful too. Lesson number 4, don't be afraid to take risks. Fear will hold you back. Lesson 4 is about taking risks. If you're not willing to take risks, you're playing it safe. And playing it safe means staying in the same place. Imagine if I would have stayed at the $5 million level because of fear. Grant always talks about how fear is the enemy of success. If you're not uncomfortable, at least some of the time, you're probably not pushing yourself enough. One of the biggest breakthroughs for me was realizing that every major step forward in my life and business required me to step out of my comfort zone and taking a risk. Like what I'm doing right now. I'm doing videos. A lot of people might like it, my people might dislike it, but I'd rather take the risk than to regret it on my deathbed.
What advice do you have the person to up their ambition? Just up their ambition.
Yeah, well, you got to quit. You got to quit saying nonsensical stuff like, you know, I'm happy where I'm at, and we're good. We're all good. You know,
business is good.
Everything's good. I'm better off than somebody in that. You got to quit comparing yourself to other people. You got to quit talking like the middle class. Like you've somehow arrived because somebody in Iran is suffering. You know, you're good until you're not. There's nobody watching that gives enough money to charity. Okay, everybody watching should be able to give $1 million a year to charity, but you can't. You know why you can't? You would if you could, but you can't because you didn't. You didn't produce enough, because by the way, it's not your money anyway. Somebody else gave you the money, and you pass it on. Most of you are like, I'm really charitable, I'm really good, but you never do enough. Why? Because you never had enough. And so because you didn't produce enough, because you didn't work enough, because you didn't expand enough. So I would just say to people, look, have some loftier goals.
Lesson 5, master sales. Everything in life is a sell. The fifth and final lesson I learned from Grant Cardone is that everything in life is a sell. Whether you're selling a product, an idea, or even yourself. Mastering sales is essential. Grant showed me that the best salespeople don't just sell. They understand how to connect, influence, and create trust with others. It's not about convincing people to buy. It's about creating enough value and making them feel like they're making the right decision.
The customer should never object to you. The customer should not object to you. You should initiate the objection. You should initiate the objection. If you're buying security for your company, okay, and the security is going to cost $200,000 or $300,000 a year, you would say, sir, the security for your company, including manpower, the dogs, the cameras, the fencing, etc., is going to be $200,000 to $300,000 a year. Okay, in your case, it'll be closer to $292 is what I have it zoned in on specifically. We could cut the $292 back a little bit. There's only 3 reasons, probably 2 reasons, maybe only 1 reason you wouldn't do this. See what I'm doing? I'm going to initiate before he can say, oh my God, that's too much. Before they say it's too much, I need to tell them it's too much. Whatever those objections are, whatever the recurring objections are that you have in your business, you aren't the decision maker, you can't afford it, you don't think it's going to work, they're not going to use it, come up with your list. It's a furniture. Okay, there's only a couple reasons you won't buy this right now. Make a decision to get the Chase Lounge, the lantern, the rug, my whole setup that I put there. There's only a couple reasons. Can I share them with you? 1, you're not the decision maker. Number 2, you can't afford it. Number 3, maybe a third one, you don't like what I picked out for you. Which one is it? I don't know. Get an answer to the question, okay? Make a note here. Get an answer to the question. Once you ask the question, Brian Tracy and Tom Hopkins, back in that day, those guys were saying, whoever asks the question controls the sale. It's not true. Whoever gets an answer to the question controls the sale.
So there you have it. 5 lessons I learned from paying $100K to learn from Grant Cardone. These are not just business strategies, but life-changing principles that can help you break through your barriers and create the success you always wanted. I hope these lessons resonated with you. If they did, hit the like button, leave a comment telling me which lesson spoke to you the most. And don't forget to subscribe for more content and to join my community where I give you the latest strategies that are working today in the internet. If you're ready to take action, go to the community right now. I see you on the next video. This is Coach Johnny.